What's going on, everybody? This is Token Gaijin here with your scrub play of the day here on Scrubcraft, and today we're bringing you quite a hilarious 2v2 actually, and this is just proving that even up in the Gold League we can still find some pretty big scrubs, and me and Deathwraith I'll be against Tragic and Nano, and it's quite tragic what happens to this team.
How fitting.
How fitting it is.
Poetic justice.
So we're the reason why we're casting this game is we actually had a lot of actual really good stressful games today, but we figured something lighter, a little bit funnier would you know be good to change the mood. So that's exactly what we're going to be casting, and you know, double protoss. We at first thought they were going to be doing double stalker blink bullshit. So we're going to get some scouting out. And I'm starting off econ because it takes a while for Protoss to really get kind of in the mood for things. Deathwraith was planning on a 4-gate, I believe, right? Originally?
Yeah, 3-gate, depending upon, you know, how much forces they made, I was going to be either economic or
now,
not.
we
just
saw this
depended on what happened.
Yeah, we saw this pylon going out, so we knew they were going to try to do a wall-in, fast expand. So we were just like, we'll just econ while this is happening. I'll get out some speedlings, banelings to, you know, harass and be a dick. And switch into hydras or something like that. So Deathwraith goes and pokes around here. I come in. Am I already in his? Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling in his mineral line, not giving a fuck. Doesn't have, like, any probes. And this is easily a team that broke into Gold League when they probably shouldn't. We really don't fight this that often, but we've been fighting a lot more, I'd say, diamonds recently, and a couple masters actually today, which was kind of disconcerting. But we've been playing a lot of.
Yeah, we got whooped, whoopity whoop whoop
whoop whoop whoop whoop. Yeah, we might be Gold League standard, but man. There's always
Look at
that
the amount of probes
league.
he pulls. He does not want that probe to live to see
He
his
pulls
building
his whole line. So after seeing a couple of this bullshit mistakes and the fact that they're really overcommitting to this wall-in, me and Deathwraith kind of we both kind of figured at this point. Yeah, I remember even talking about like they're either like actually good and they're just trolling us, or they're really bad. So we weren't going to take any chances. I'm getting my fast expand out, and I'm actually like. If you notice, I have this drone in here. He's patrolling everything. Look. And here all the drones go again. He's like, no, you must not know that I have a forge that you already knew that I had. I don't really understand that.
Let's take a look. We have Tragic. Has 16 supply worth of probes and 42 as his cap.
Oh my god, it's so.
Still
Let's look at.
Has yet to get a gateway.
He really, he's putting 5 probes queued up. Oh, so funny. And then we got
both of them are.
yeah, we got
both of them
Nano's doing it too, double Vespian, and we didn't know what they were kind of transitioning into, so kind of why
we were a little baffled.
Yeah, we didn't really know what to make of this, so. We just decided to do standard stuff. I'm going to go for Hydras. Reason being is Hydras outrange a lot of Protoss units, and their little spitting is really good against Immortals or anything like that if they try to go those. And even though they are light and they do have some problems with the speed upgrade, they actually fare a lot better than Roaches do against Blink Stalkers. So that was my thinking. I'm like, if they get air, I can hit air. If they get ground, I can hit ground. Really, just a great overall unit to have against Protoss is Hydralists. So that was my kind of plan, just oversaturating my main, transferring over to Vespian, really just kind of, and I don't have a queen on my main. I want to make a note of this. I don't really know why. There it is. I'm dropping it now. I really have no idea why the fuck I didn't have a queen down. I think it was just because I was so baffled by what was going on over here.
You're like scratching your heads, like, what is going? Is there a motive? But at this point, with me, I dropped the 4 gateways because at that point I was floating a whole bunch of minerals and needed to do something with it. But as soon as I saw the cannons go down, I'm like, well, they can't really threaten me with anything. So I did a bit of a fast expansion myself. And throughout all of this, I just really produced probes. Yeah. And if you look over at the income tab, I am thick in the lead as far as...
Hey man, I'm gonna close second.
Yeah, and here we go. Purple Protoss, Tragic, getting 24 out of 66 supply this time. And once again, ladies and gentlemen.
His gateway is just down.
Is not complete.
Oh my god. He has an expansion going down, but his gateway is not done yet, so... I'm gonna see Nano, he's actually producing Void Rays already. Had to cancel one right there because he was producing 2 off the same Stargate. And we have me and Death Wraith. I'm poking out with some Lings because since they have walled themselves in, I want to know when they try to poke out. So it's a very good thing. I just have 4 Zerglings kind of just running around right now. We still really don't know what they're doing. So
at this point, I decided I'm going to go in with Oracle because I haven't really seen anything from them. I can do a little bit of harass as well as still defend myself. You'll see I'm producing pretty much nothing but Zealots because I'm trying to save up the gas for Air Protoss, which I was planning on doing at the beginning here, but I didn't realize just how far that would go. You'll see in a little bit.
I don't think either of us did. I was getting some spines down in case they were doing some DTs or air raids. Really just wanted to have vision. We really didn't know what they were doing at this point because they walled themselves in pretty well. But we do have the map control. You see I have Lings at the expansions, just making sure they're not expanding. I also have Overlords. You'll see I have Overlords floating around, trying to make sure we know when they're getting the drop. We know they're just trying to get their natural right now, but God, long distance mining Vespian. Oh, God. And here comes the Oracle. Here we go.
At this point,
I want to see this.
I still have no idea what they're doing. I just decided, hey, you know, I'll come in here and kill me off some pros.
And you chase them all away.
Chased a couple of them away. I start killing the ones that are in the gas. And then
11 kills. And the Voids. So, since we spotted, and this is actually really good scouting on our part, we noticed that he just got the Stargate down, so we know they're both going Stargate. Not typically, you see. So this is probably a team that went through the placement matches, probably against Bronze and Silver League players. Turtling up like this, the other players really didn't push in too much, and they probably got away with just Mega Void, which very, very common in Wings of Liberty. Not so much in Heart of the Swarm because Voids, they do have prismatic alignment, but they're just not what they used to be. They're a little bit different in use, and you really kind of have to know how to use them. You have to kind of use different units with them, and Tempests are a really great backup, which you'll see Death Wraith doing. But we see this. I'm just like, fuck it, dropping a third. There's just really no point. And as you can see, we see this Nexus coming out with my Zergling Scout. He's going to just start attacking it. Kills the probe that dropped it. I'm just like, you know what? Hero Zergling, go for it, baby.
At this point, you know, Nano, our blue Protoss, or our light blue Protoss, as I am the true blue Protoss, decides that, you know, I don't know, can I take that Zergling with these Void Rays? I'm going to flip him over here, and oh, you take Zergling. And at this point, again, we see Voids, and nothing but Void.
And my poor Zergling, Frankie, no! His name was Robert Paulson. His name.
At this point, we realize that they're going nothing but Voids, and despite the fact that, you know, our ground forces, aside from his Hydralisks, cannot strike air, my Zealots particularly, it will take the Void Rays a while to kill them anyways.
And as you can see, I cancel off the speed tech on the Hydralisks because since they're both airing up, Hydralisks are great anti-air if one Protoss is doing it, but since they're both doing it, I decided to drop a Spire, cancel that tech, and I'm just going to get out some Speedlings to be a dick and spend some minerals. I'm floating a ton of minerals at this point, but, you know, since they're just kind of walling themselves in, we decide to poke out with Zealots, and I'm going to send my Zerglings out. Zerglings out, we're going to take out this high-grade base, stop them from expanding.
And, you know, until the Hydralisks crawl their slow, sorry selves over here, we are just being attacked without being able to retaliate. The important thing is we're denying that base.
Yep.
Now you'll see here, if you look at Nana's supply as well, I decided, what the heck, 3 pylons, because eventually I'm going to need the supply that was those Zealots and Void Rays. And now you see, 97 out of 92, he can't produce anything. He's got to drop some more pylons.
Yep. And as you can see, just floating a lot of larvae, getting ready to mass produce corruptors as much as possible. And getting some tech down on them. I just start queuing them up. It's time to drop them. Get my third base down. I do have a lot of minerals I'm kind of floating, but I'm trying to multitask right now, trying to figure out what's most important.
Now,
trying to get my econ up.
Tab, Take a look at our buddy Tragic's units. Or lack of units, to be precise. He's dropped a robotics facility. Hey, look at that. Not quite sure why.
And you know
He's got one.
You know what my favorite thing about this whole thing is we have about the same amount of drones and larvae, probes and larvae as them. I lose some because, of course, I sacrifice every time I build, but I'm about to re-up that. So I think it's kind of funny that they're really not even economically that far ahead. Actually, I think we are way ahead.
I've got 15 more, or 14 more probes than our nano, more than Tragic.
Wow, he's got a lot of Stargates, but really not too worried about it. As you can see, I'm starting to mass-produce corruptors, getting a shitload of them out. Just like,
and again,
fuck it,
we
overlords,
figured
corruptors.
they're probably trying to expand. Can my zealots hit the void rays that he probably has guarding his base? No. But as you'll see here, it still takes a while for a void ray to kill a zealot. I hate this engagement.
Now, usually we use Zerglings for this, but
I needed to clear up the supply to make more voids.
right, and I was kind of just saving my speedlings for a rainy day, for a secondary hit. So, since I really didn't need to clear them up as much, death rate does the hit, gets the base, it's all of this. It's so funny. Oh my god, killing off all those pylons. He's trying so hard, getting pissed off. It's like, dude, you have a flying army. And there it is, the carriers from Tragic. Why he went carriers, I do not know. Actually, I do know. The reason why he went carriers is because carriers are a lot more effective against Hydras. If I masked up just Hydra, he would have had a little bit of a problem with Voids. Not too much with prismatic alignment, but if he's dealing with Death Wraiths, Voids, and Air, and Hydralists, my Hydralists, if they go unattended, are really going to just start picking them off really quickly. So he's really afraid of that, but I'm not going that. I'm going just for fucking Corruptors. I don't even give a shit. And
at that point, when I saw the carriers being added to the army, was when I decided that I was going to add Tempests.
Yep.
Because Tempests, the thing about Tempests only do 30 damage every roughly 4 seconds to pretty much all units, except for one exception. Anything that's massive and can be hit by an air attack, i.e. carriers.
And
it
as
goes
you
from 30 damage to 80 damage.
And as you can see, I'm expanding to this high grade right here. I'm like, I'll just get out of 4th. Trying to expand this creep highway because creep interstates need to be built for the little Zerglings. They love the interstate. Tons of restrooms and Starbuckses to be had. We need that interstate down, so I'm going to get that down. I'm going to keep floating a bit too many minerals for my liking, but as you can see, I am getting out a ton of more Corruptors. And double teching, I drop a secondary Spire. Pro tip for Zerg, if you're going for full air contingents, a lot of Zerg don't do it, I don't know why. Drop a second Spire, because you need to tech off of it, and plus if one falls, you have a secondary backup. So, very, very good to have. And I'm floating a lot of minerals, a lot more than I probably should be. I'm under-droning. I'm really just kind of just playing it easy. Actually, I think I grabbed another drink mid-game. Like, that's how unworried I was. I got this high grade down with nothing on it. It's just one of these games where you can just actually relax and have fun, which we needed because Gold League is a little bit more rough than Silver League, and since we're just broken into it, we still haven't gotten used to actually playing Gold Leaguers and Diamond Leaguers and Match Leaguers.
And the 6 pools. Oh, we got 6 pools like 9 different times.
And here we are pushing out. We're going to slow it down to normal speed because we're about to have our first engagement. A lot of different thoughts about this one. Mainly, the Tempests are kind of the most valuable unit in my opinion right now, and the Corruptors are really good too. So we're going to try to put the Corruptors and the Tempests in the back, and have the Voids tank the first initial blow because the Voids can get out a lot of damage, and if they're killed in the first volley, then the Corruptors will be able to finish everything off, especially with Tempest sniping. And you want to keep those Tempests out as much as possible. So our whole
another note.
Yep.
Prismatic alignment is only effective against armored units. When you see this engagement go in, you'll see that it takes me about a second or so, but I flip up prismatic alignment and you'll just see his voids melt. He never activates prismatic alignment.
I don't know why he doesn't. As you can see, they've got a mothership. And this just attests to how lazy we were being. We didn't have a mothership.
I had a mothership core. I don't know why I didn't more one.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
It's sitting right back here. Just
We are the Corps, the Green Lantern Corps.
That's kind of blue, but
you
I
know,
know what you mean.
there are the Blue Lanterns. They are the queerest of the Lantern Corps. Their emotion is hope. Their emotion is hope. And their only ability is to make other people better.
And at this point, we don't hardly even see each other. And then the carriers move in, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Now,
And there's the prismatic alignment.
I'm gonna pause it for a second. Now, here's my thing on this. As you can see, the Corruptors could have gone in with everything. They're shooting the pot shots, getting a couple corruptions down. But here's my thinking. In this engagement, you're going to see my Corruptors move back over the Tempests and not help with the Voids. Like I said, you need to prioritize what's the most effective units in the army. Corruptors are really, really powerful. I can easily mop up all of this with corruption and assist the Tempest if need be. The Voids are the most sacrificial unit right now. And even though Voids are really good and a lot of people are like, oh, man, Voids are so much better than Corruptors, it's an all-air battle. We don't need to worry about air-to-ground really right now. So because that's in mind, I'm going to move the Corruptors back over the Tempests to make sure that they don't die, because we need these things making the sniping. These Tempests are great and powerful. Terrible when they're caught off guard. But if you have a wall in front of them, and allowing them to get that range and allowing them to snipe, they're going to fuck your day.
Especially when you're talking about carriers or other massive air units. You see that they just huge damage. Again, I mean, even just one shot, they can kill 2-3 carriers. I'm focusing down the mothership at this point because I start to not be able to see them.
And as you can see, I did move my Corruptors in. Reason being is I want to save those Tempests, and there were all of those Interceptors in the way. Those Interceptors could have easily mopped up the damn little Interceptors could have mopped up our Tempests. So I made sure to tank that for him. And I'm just going to kind of float around his army right now, making sure that he's going unchallenged.
And, you know, at this point, Yukinato realizes, we're done. We just lost our whole army. They didn't do hardly anything.
At this point, I'm actually, yep. At this point, I'm actually switching to get a greater spire. I have my hive down. Reason being is I can't attack any of the ground shit. So I just want to add, you know, I want to actually help out. I got this high grade I'm not even using. I'm dropping another base just for shits and giggles in case, you know, I need it. Still building this creep interstate, this one queen. She is definitely getting her 150 minerals worth of use out. Keep dropping that interstate, baby. Keep dropping that. At this point, I probably actually should have just pulled my queen off my main. I have this macro hatch that I'm not even using, just kind of chilling there. This is just a test to how lazy you can get when you know you've already won.
And another thing, another comment here, prismatic alignment is also incredible. And if you take a look up here at this, what do we call this? The Great Wallow Cannon?
Yeah, he's got some immigrants completely working. Well, I guess if they were actually in China, they wouldn't be immigrants. He's got these Chinese migrant laborers working on this Great Wall of Cannon.
Yeah,
and you can kind of tell by the formation he's done this before.
Yes, yes.
This is a
thing you can begin to question here, is he wants to combat our army and he's choosing the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click on a Corruptor. A Corruptor is armored biological. The Void is armored mechanical. The Tempest is armored mechanical massive. Phoenixes, if you click over at their damage, do bonus damage to light. We don't have anything that's light.
Plus, you know what I just realized? They only have attack 2 on their air. I have attack 2 and armor 2. Death Wraith has attack and armor 3.
Actually, I don't have armor 3. I didn't get my secondary cybernetic score down in enough time. So this is actually protoss. It actually comes quite in handy.
And as you can see, I'm just kind of floating my... I have a couple Zerglings left that ran through that cannon wall. So I'm actually just kind of floating my Corruptors over the probes just to kind of kill them. Coming up here, making sure to just check out what's going on. see these cannons, see all these starports. I'm gonna start chasing these phoenixes, and that's when I run into this giant bullshit. I'm like, oh god. As you can see, my corruption and all my corruptors just single destroy that phoenix. That phoenix had no chance. Sad, sad little phoenix. And as you can see, I have more corruptors coming. I have so much anti-air. It's stupid. And then I realized I can't fight these cannons with anti-air. We're gonna have our fun. So we're actually gonna make the greatest siege ever. And I'm gonna send my Zerglings in to die, and actually some corruptors in to die, so I can make more Brood Lords. And Death Wraith is just gonna take his sweet little time.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back here like, I figure I'll kill off the starport so we can't make any difference. Tempests are kind of just being lazy. Now, to his credit here, he does come out with the Phoenixes to mop up quite a few Tempests, while my Void Rays are... I don't know what they were doing.
They were kind of just killing shit.
And they were like, look at the way of our building.
Oh my god, so many Tempests, just look at it. Even on normal speed, we're getting some lag. Now here come the Phoenixes. He's got a fleet of fighters coming out.
Probably would have fared much better, but I'm completely caught off guard. Like, huh? Oh, yeah.
But just look at the damage you're dealing. You're just killing every volley, just tearing them up. And as you can see, he's gonna have to move back because these cannons are no match for my Broodlings.
The Broodlings are, you know, again, 3 units. As soon as the Void join the fight, however, the Phoenixes are just like, oh, we gotta get out of here. Tempests are like, dude, where are you at?
And here he comes, trying to pop my damn Broodlords. I'm just like, you know, I still have Corruptors, bro. Moving up. And it's like, oh shit, cannons. I actually probably could have taken all those Phoenixes with my Corruptors. Just decided not to. And we decided to move up, poke out. I'm trying to goad his air into coming out because I want to kill it off. As you can see, just completely whittling down this side. I'm having just the time of my life doing this. He's poking out. Gonna try to get this Broodlord down. I think he gets it. Yeah, he gets one Broodlord, but I don't even give a fuck. I move my Corruptors in. He's just like, oh shit, can't deal with that. He moves a carrier out, and as you can see, the one Brood or the one Corruptor. Where you at, Corruptor? Hero Corruptor. Oh no, it's not this part. In a second, you'll see the Hero Corruptor. And I'm basically...
At this point, also, I'm starting to use the Tempest's long range. So, in the bottom of the teammates will come out like, we got this! And,
oh, here it comes!
The giant ball
Hero Corruptor! Where are you at, buddy? I know you're coming. There he is! The Hero Corruptor! Getting corruption down, sacrificing his life. Then his friends come in and mob you. And the funny thing is Death Wraith is still sniping this. I'm just bored. I'm gonna let him. I poke in. I think I start letting him rebuild this, just for fun. Because at this point, you know, in this game, it's really just a testament. He's not quitting. It's so tragic, but he's not quitting. And there he is. He quits. Finally. He quit. Oh. Tragic. How tragic fell. The irony. So many puns. So many bad puns. And that's going to be the GG. We've been having a lot of really good games. I'm going to save a couple of really, really close ones. We actually won today. We're going to cast those. I mean, we're talking like to the wire. Barely coming out ahead. Getting really lucky on a couple of them. And we're gonna film those.
The DT one.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to find that one and save it. But we'll cast that one. We just wanted to get this one out because you know what? Here at Token Gaijin Gaming, we like to have fun too. And we're going to have some more...
Even if that's at Tragic's expense.
Yes. And we're going to have some more MMO play coming out. I think this weekend, this week, we're definitely getting out... We're filming the live cast, correct? I believe so.
This should be good with me.
Yeah, we're doing the live cast, and I just gotta get Stash's schedule. He's actually out of state. Well, out of his state. He's out of our state, but he's out of state. So he's visiting friends, family, or he's visiting someone, I guess. And
he's visiting.
Yes, he's visiting a person with a face. And we're going to be getting some more MMO play coming out. I know we've had a lot of Scrubcraft down, But with everything going on, the dramatic changes in my life, it's been kind of hard to settle down and play MMOs. We're going to be getting a lot more MMO play coming out in the near future. Guild Wars probably this week. Guild Wars probably this week.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly fine to me.
Yep, and we'll be looking for that. Also, as we get more into Guild Wars, if you haven't already checked them out, the comprehensive build guides for SWTOR are doing really well. I do have to say this. I really appreciate all the support we're getting from people. A lot of subscriptions, a lot of people commenting. I do enjoy the comments on all the videos. Please keep them coming. This is why we do what we do. I really like it. We're trying to help people with gaming, just showing them what we do that works. I mean, we're not the best. We're not pros. We're not trying to say we are. But, you know, it's always good to get a nice little perspective from, you know, the everyday average gamer. I mean, this is Scrubcraft. MMOs, we're not as scrubby, but, you know, we're still not the best. I mean, you know, following the best pro isn't always going to help you. You need to have a basis because not everyone is going to be the pro. You know, there's casual. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. Check it out. We got the Guardian Part 2 PvP build guide coming out soon as well. So keep it locked to the channel for that as well. If you enjoyed the Jedi Guardian Part 1 build. Also, I think Stash is going to be doing some Terra coming out, I believe he said, right?
I don't remember. I haven't been able to speak to him in a while since he's been out of state.
That's true. We were playing on Terra. I'm gonna check the status on that, but it'd be great to get some Terra out. Another big one to look out for is the new MMOs coming out too. We got 2 big ones this year. Final Fantasy XIV relaunches. Gonna be checking that one out. And the other one is the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm actually really excited for Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know about you.
I am apprehensive. I think that it could be the most wonderful thing in the world, and I think they could screw it up really, really badly.
Yep. But
so hopefully,
that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for the experience of just figuring it out. You know, it's half the fun.
I'm actually really looking forward to, as a member of both the alpha and the beta of a Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I will have to say that a lot of improvements have been made now, of course, because of the beta rules. I'm not allowed to say anything in particular, but it's finally the game that it should have been from the start.
You know, I want to say this. Final Fantasy XI, I went put back in. You know, I didn't get a beta. I'm kind of pissed. I didn't get a beta invite. You know what the worst part is about that is they said everyone who's played it before will get a beta invite, and I still haven't got
played it before in a certain time period.
Oh, time period. Fuck them. I want to play. Final Fantasy 11 too.
You
big
realized
news.
it was going downhill early enough and bailed while the rest of us were like,
Oh my god, I did.
Nope.
I got to level 30 and I'm just like, oh my god. I knew all these skills. I didn't use half of them. I was like, my archer's just sitting there like, what's the point? I got 3 moves that I use. And also 11, big news on 11. I might trick 11 back out and record it. I'm not sure because they got some new classes. I got to see if I can recover all my shit. But some new classes that look sick. They got the Geomancer and the spell sword thing. Really, really cool stuff. I've been actually watching a lot of videos about it too. It looks really interesting. I don't know if I'll go full into it because that soaked up a lot of our lives. But a lot more MMO play is going to be coming. Also, we're going to be starting to to start filming guides for other games as well that are multiplayer, kind of spanning away from MMOs as well. Me and Stash Burnside, of course, are going to continue doing our Star Wars playthrough. Me and Deathway's going to start doing our Guild Wars playthrough, and I think all of us are going to be doing a Terra playthrough. Big one also coming out is we've got this basically this video is just for fun, so we're going to talk about the channel for a little bit, I guess. Big stuff coming out. Skyrim. The Skyrim guides are coming out. I know a lot of people have played Skyrim, but you know it's something that we all really enjoy.
It's one of those games that has a lot of replay value.
And not only that, like you can play it so many different ways. So we're actually starting a new series, and this is a great time to talk about it. The series is going to be called Roleplay. And I know you're like, it's a role-playing game, of course, you're going to role-play. But no. We're talking extreme role-play. We're talking for those gamers that really, really want to build everything into one class. And when I talk about that, like when each of us play and build our guide, each of our guide is going to focus around one particular build. And I think for Skyrim, each of us, one of us is doing melee, two-handed, one of us is doing mage, and then 2 of us are kind of doing sneak. One of us is doing range sneak, and one of us is doing his close range sneak. And we haven't really decided who's doing what yet, except I know my fiance really wants to do the close range sneak, so she's going to do that. Stash Burnside is doing the two-handed. So it's basically just between me and Deathwraith, and we like the game so much. Neither of us care, so we really haven't decided yet.
Both of those are character types that I have played. The mage was just silly overpowered that I was able to create.
Oh, dude, wait till you... If you do alchemy with the archer, it's just fun.
That's true.
It's stupid.
You shoot them and they stand there like, ugh.
And then
they drop all their stuff. Oh, of course, the naked arrows. The naked arrows were always fun, where you inflict them with so much heavy that they drop all their armor. And
yeah.
It's just like...
I don't even think you can do that in Skyrim. I know you can do it in Oblivion.
You can do it in Skyrim. You can.
Man, I just remember breaking Oblivion to the point where it could not be broken anymore.
That's because you had a glitch that you just decided to go on.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I had that still on the computer to show everybody too. Basically, everybody. I had
your computer. You had to let it go.
Yeah, I had a glitch on. I don't know if anyone else had this on Oblivion. If you did, post in the comments. Let me know. I had this glitch in Oblivion where the Knights of the Nine armor for the DLC, I got it and it was great, and I wanted to switch out of it. And when I tried to equip another armor, it disappeared from my inventory. I'm like, what the fuck? So I tried to do another set of armor, it disappeared as well. What I didn't notice is the game glitched to the point where it just kept adding all the stats from other armor and equipment into my Knights of the Nine set. So I purposely just forged armor and bot crap just to feed the Knight of the Nine armor. And it got to the point where I could not die. And it was no fun. I had basically the permanent effects of skooma. I had water walking that was permanent, which kind of sucked because on a mission I had to dive underwater and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I remember you were like, why can't I sink?
But we're going to be bringing that role play. A lot of different games we're going to be doing for role play. I'm going to be continuing Far Cry 3, getting some more of the War for Cybertron. Finish that series out. I started and never really finished. What game was that? Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I'm going to finish that, I guess. No point not to. And we have a ton of other co-op games that we're going to be bringing. Diablo 3 is going to be one we're doing a run-through of. We got Torchlight 2.
If I ever can get it to work.
Yeah, you need to check into that. For some reason, a lot of people have this problem with Torchlight 2 where it's a bum download that doesn't work. So Deathwraith got fit with that, unfortunately. We're also... What other games we got? We got Forge, which is a great first-person shooter one. And another one that me and Deathwraith are going to... I actually was going to ask you. You do know there's a free MechWarrior Online game out.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. Another thing that I would ask about, I believe you and Stash have posted some Modern Warfare 3, correct?
No, we haven't posted it yet. We are actually formatting guides for Modern Warfare 3. I have all the footage. I just haven't had time to edit it because filming from the Xbox is stupid, ridiculously hard. I have this external recorder, but I have to film it in pieces and I have to edit. I have I think it's a whole terabyte drive filled with just Modern Warfare crap that I got to piece together. It's probably about 2 hours worth of footage. And after I piece it together and clip it together, I have to narrate the whole thing. So I have to write a narration out for it. I got to narrate it. So that is taking a lot of time. I had half of it done before I made the move, but now that I live in a new city and have a new job, kind of hard for me to get that one out. I will try to do it in the near future, but I actually come to think of, there's a lot of stuff out for Modern Warfare. I think the big thing that I'm going to do is I think we might just wait. I think it'd be best if we wait for the new Modern Warfare and Battlefield.
I can definitely post some Battlefield 3 guides. I play the game almost exclusively to be a pilot.
Yeah. This kid will sit in a goddamn plane with 25 kills, 0 deaths.
Actually, recently it's been 60-0. I have 7,120 some odd kills in the jet.
And the funny thing is, the entire time he's doing that, I literally just sit on the ground and wait for a helicopter to try and shoot him out of the sky and shoot it down.
You and those stinking stingers.
Well,
but anyways, we should probably cut this.
Yep, but a lot of more multiplayer games coming out to the channel, and I know this is kind of dragging on. It's one of those fun videos. We really haven't gotten a time to touch base with all our viewership. Just letting you know, a lot more multiplayer guides coming out, a lot more series coming out. Check out Roleplay. Look out for it. It's going to be coming out. And also keep an eye out for the character series. I'm going to be doing single-player games in character now because I have nothing better to do with my life. And the other big one that we have coming out is the webisodes in which we all talk about games. The first webisode is going to be talking about this game, Heart of the Swarm, and we're also going to be doing game updates on the MMOs and everything like that. So keep it locked to Token Gaijin Gaming for all of your multiplayer scrubbing needs, because we are scrubs, but, you know, we do it well.
We're shiny scrubs.
We're shiny scrubs. Shiny Gold League scrubs. See you next time, nerds.